It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots. Coming up next.
It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis back with you. And Charles, for years, a trip to Foxborough quite often led to a loss for opposing teams. But the Patriots have been, in essence, a 500 team since the departure of TB12 3 years ago.
And things have switched because they are a defense-led team, and that's what's kept them in most games. Their key, can they get more explosive on offense and truly establish who their QB1 is?
Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they have the pieces in place. They were a playoff team in 2022. What do you see for them this year?
You give this team full health throughout the season, and they have a chance to be not just a playoff team again, but beyond, because they'll scare the heck out of you on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, that's where they have to start playing a little bit better.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up, and we are underway. Off we go in Foxborough. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Now their versatile running back, here's Austin Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and a couple. Herbert now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Underneath pass here to Van Ness. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Herbert off of play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jalen Guyton from 8 yards out. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Patriots, led by Bailey Zappi at quarterback in his 2nd season now out of Western Kentucky.
And he's a young man who's always believed in his talents. Didn't have many offers out of high school, ended up at Houston Baptist and put up monster numbers. Decided to take the next step and go to Western Kentucky, and he did it again. Set NCAA records for passing touchdowns and passing yards in a single season. Now the big jump to the NFL. This guy's like a very skilled point guard, knows how to deal and put the ball in the proper place with every throw.
Zappi looking to throw it on first down. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. Here's 3rd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Zappi on 3rd down. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here for Davis. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Taken down at the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Out of the gun, Herbert. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. Get them going, baby. Let's smoke, baby. Game time. Don't stop that. Forward. Let's get back, boys. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
First and 10, Zappi. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Douglas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Zappi's throw into the hands of Henry here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll throw again with Zappi. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Juwan Bentley there to get him down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Now the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Zappi back to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Zappi. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Davis now to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Herbert throwing again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Herbert now. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He gets it to Johnston. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. New England's offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Zappi. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Zappi now on second down. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running left is Stevenson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Zappi. And it's caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and goal from the 1. And Zappi to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Stevenson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this to Eckler. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And down to the 36-yard line here. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers 1st down as the tackle made down at the 33.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Zappe now on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Zappe fakes a handoff, looks to throw it. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards that time. Offense for them. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is. Another throw coming for Zappe. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Zappe. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Zappe on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up big...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
2nd down, Zappe. Completes it to Douglas. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just